I'm okay with starting with the Marc Lamont Hill Mace video review if you want to.
Same.
Because I had my phone off on Wednesday. I had some people over.
Not the rapper Mace, right?
Yeah. I didn't realize that the video was on the web, and I wasn't looking at the web that day anyway. But my friend shows me the video, and I gotta tell you, I had a laugh for a while. And I'm sorry, I feel bad that I laughed at your pain, but it was pretty fucking funny.
I laughed at a few different pieces. I didn't laugh at the Mace piece. I laughed at a couple different other.
Like when she was tackled?
That was funny.
But for those that don't know,
nobody knows what they're talking about.
In January, what happened was, in this last episode, which y'all should listen to, we talked about security and needing security, and I mentioned matter-of-factly that I had security issues before and that I had been pepper sprayed at an event. These jackals found that hilarious and went on a joke spree. But in the midst of that, the fans decided to go and find this video.
And they sure did.
And they found it like 30 minutes after.
I'm sorry it took that long.
Right. It was crazy. It's always been there. That's why it wasn't like we uncovered the video.
You said, no, it's out. It's out
there. It was on my bookstore webpage. It wasn't hidden. It was there. It's been there for a year and a half. It just didn't matter. So they uncovered the video. They took the minute and a half from the moment the woman introduced herself, thanked me for being a member of the community, mentioned that the CIA was after her, and then pepper sprayed me, and then I'll let y'all take it from here because I'm sure the joke baton's about to get passed. But
I do have a question though off that intro is when you put it on your website, how are you like advertising this? Like, what was the marketing plan?
This was the Martin Luther King Day symposium at my bookstore.
Okay.
And so this was like a 2-hour symposium. This happened obviously it was the last question. And so it's been on the website the whole time.
But you could have clipped that out, no?
I wanted there to be a living record of this in case something were to ever happen later on. Somebody could say, well, what happened? And then people tell their own stories. And honestly, for the last year and a half, not one person's ever mentioned it.
Yeah. You stop saying that, though, because
you mentioned it.
That's one of the funnier things about this to me. So I don't want you to keep taking the sting off of what I...
Oh, you don't... Do your thing.
Yeah, don't try to come in. Don't just lay it all out. Leave some there. Leave some there.
I find it funny that he was promoting it on his own website.
It.
Yeah, that's your word.
I was promoting the event. I mean, again, most people don't get to hour 2 or 3 of a video, clearly. Because, again, nobody has said it. Not one comment in the comments up until yesterday said something.
It's a few different ways that I found this funny. One, Marc is a genius master manipulator, manipulating the algorithm and the podcast airwaves.
That's
so
true.
Miraculously, when he tells a story, he goes home, leaks the video of himself.
As a pre-written reply.
They also happen to find the Denzel Chance pic from outside with Denzel pointing to Chance like, is he famous? So I'm getting a little sick of Marc's little algorithm games.
I like it.
For one, but I love it.
Yeah.
And on the flip side of that, there is, I laughed with my girl for so long. I said, babe,
oh, she's on my list.
This
too.
video has been out for a year. And none of us found it, peeped it. This would have been funny last month. 8 months ago.
What you talking about?
9 months ago.
That is called evergreen.
Yes.
This is funny.
That is evergreen.
This is funny forever.
This video is just hilarious for so many reasons. Your restrictive genes.
The nigga looked like somebody threw him in some water and he couldn't swim.
Yeah. He looked like when my tadpole died.
What? My jeans are
So I was trying to figure out why he was flailing like that. I'm thinking it might be the jeans.
That nigga looked crazy.
Yo, there was nothing in his way but a chair and a curtain. And that had him sent to the Oh, well.
The stage itself was even a little bit funny.
Yeah.
It was a little stage. You know what I mean?
It was at a middle school.
It was so small.
The nigga's telling
school.
He told the lady, ma'am, could you please, ma'am. He looking at the security like, yo, come, ma'am, please, ma'am. I'm like, yo, why you telling the lady to stop?
It felt scripted. I'm not gonna lie. It felt it a little bit.
That pepper spray ain't feel scripted, I'll tell you that.
You took it like a G though. Pause.
I've been pepper sprayed before, but you
didn't even like go put some water on your face or nothing.
Oh,
you sat back down and got back to it.
No. There was a moment. There was a moment where your whole non-violence kind of mantra left you. Because you looked like your foot went back.
I wasn't going to bring that
a little
up.
bit, and then you were like, "Whoa." Nope.
I wasn't gonna bring it up.
Nope.
You my
Sometimes-
Treat this person with compassion.
You my
Sometimes you have to kick the weapon away from the person to make sure that, if there's a gun or you don't want to keep it there, so you kick it away.
He does train in martial arts, so
Yes, we didn't see that.
Yes.
We didn't see it at that point. Yeah.
I did, and also you should laugh because you would have the same problem right now. I had my Achilles had been ruptured, so I couldn't run. That was also my thought.
You couldn't stand up. You couldn't nothing.
If somebody came right now with something, I want to see you try and get up and run.
Brother Mark,
Yo,
we're not trying to make sense of it.
I forgot where I was.
You clearly, we're not looking for the logical explanation
at all.
Oh man.
At all.
Oh my God.
I might look a little cooler, yo. I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't know if you would.
might-
It actually might be funnier if it was you.
I'm gonna try to put my cool on. Damn, girl, you just going.
Damn girl is crazy after you get pepper sprayed.
I can see why the pepper spray people updated to bear mace.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
For
for
sure. That shit was not effective.
Yeah, that thing.
He ate that shit.
Yeah, he did.
I ain't feel it. I couldn't see shit. When I came back
Seeing her
out,
face down there on that stage.
I don't remember that, but I know I couldn't see shit. And then I had milk and I do all the things you do.
the milk shit.
Because, being in Palestine, being in Ferguson, I know how to rinse my eyes out. I cleared my eyes out and just took the hoodie off. Then taking the hoodie off got me, I maced myself.
Yeah.
Then I went to make a phone call to call my brother and I forgot there was mace on the phone. So then I maced myself again. So for like an hour and a half, I was just stinging the shit out myself.
Then this guy takes to X. You like Tyler Perry on the low.
Oh, no, he got poetic. He got poetic on him.
Then he takes to X to beautifully lay out not only what happened, but the steps that were taken afterward as he's working with her family, for restorative restorative
justice, ho. What's wrong with that, man?
Mark Lamont, yo, that's like Popeye on the beach with the footprints. Man.
Can I read it? Do you mind?
What happened?
Please.
I'm fine, everyone. The video of me
Look,
being-
nobody asked if you was cool, nigga.
No, you didn't ask if I was cool. Everybody, I got like 50, because everybody thought it happened yesterday.
Yeah.
So everybody was texting me like, yo, what the fuck, are you okay? Minister Farrakhan's ministers hit me up like, yo, do you need FOI down there?
Did your Black Effect group chat hit you?
Yeah, a lot of them
Angela
did.
Ryan them?
A lot of them did, yeah, a lot of them did.
All right, I gotta step it up.
The video,
Idiot, son.
the video of me being pepper sprayed was from January 2024. At the time, the attacker believed that I was part of a conspiracy, along with the CIA, Mumia Abu Jamal, and
Ratted
the
on
president,
Mumia Abu Jamal.
to cover up traumatic events from her childhood. Since then, after refusing to press charges, I have worked with her family and community members to enable a restorative process. Through the process, I have learned that she did indeed suffer significant childhood abuse, as well as serious mental health challenges that continue to this day. Instead of criminal prosecution, I have done my best to make sure that she receives social and mental health support to help her heal as best as possible. You walk the walk. You talk the talk and you walk the walk.
What was done to make sure that she was wrong?
Make sure she was wrong.
Yeah.
Like you deserve.
Like held accountable for being wrong.
About you participating in some type of cover-up. Did we do the due diligence on
She
that?
no longer thinks that you are part of a CIA conspiracy.
Yeah, because she had sent me this email like weeks earlier, asking me to help her with this. She was like, "We never." She basically, I don't know you, but like, can you help me? And when I didn't answer the email, she then said, "Well, if you didn't answer the email."
You down with the program.
That's what she told the police. I figured he was down with it. Once she took her meds, she realized I wasn't part of a conspiracy along with Joe Biden and Mumia Abu Jamal to cover up, her what happened to her. It really happened to her. I don't doubt that. I know it happened to her. She was part of an organization in Philadelphia, not one that I was a part of.
This is a rival cult
No.
situation. I see what's going
No.
on.
I want to be serious just about this part, just because because there's people involved. She was part of the MOVE organization.
Okay.
And in the last 2 or 3 months, 2 or 3 years, there have been some allegations that some of the children in MOVE have been abused, and they've come out and talked about it. And what she was trying to get, she knew that I had written a book and done a podcast with Mumia, who was covering MOVE before he was incarcerated. So she was like, "Can you help me tell this story?" And when I didn't respond, that triggered her. I didn't know all of this at the time that she's doing this stuff. So I'm like, I was just fucked up by it. I didn't understand what was happening. And so she definitely knows I'm not part of it now. The police, they kept asking me to come down and prosecute. I was like, no. I'm not, I wouldn't show up. And then I finally got a hold of the DA and I said, I will participate in getting her mental health. support instead of prosecution, not in addition to prosecution. And that's what we worked on. Her family called me, her parents called to apologize. We worked through it. You know what I mean? What was crazy though is after she pepper sprayed me, we had an event the next month with Joy Ann Reid. She signed up for that one. She RSVP'd for that one.
Oh shit!
You showed up?
Yeah, did she come in?
Oh, I showed up.
Did she?
No.
You showed up deep?
No, I showed up. I had one thing with
Keep that to yourself, brother. You got it.
my scripture.
I know.
But the point, because what you don't know is when that shit happens, you don't know if they're gonna bring somebody else. You don't know if there's
something else.
Or something else. You don't know if you're gonna get shot. Like because now I'm looking around.
I'm joking, but that shit was scary.
It's dramatic.
Oh, bro, that's a big part of why I left Philly too.
Very
Not
scary.
that, but just the idea that I'm too accessible to people who can mean me harm and I don't know it. Like she could have walked up to me on the street.
Bro.
She was the last question. I actually said, no, everybody, like let the sister get her question in. Had I not done that, that could have been outside and it could have been with a knife. Like you just don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
You just don't know. So that's why Minister Farrakhan had reached out to me maybe the 2 weeks before that event and had said, brother, you have a bookstore, right? And I was like, yeah. He was like, and you go there by yourself? And I was like, yeah, I want to be close to the people. Like I don't ever want people to feel like they can't reach out to me, they can't shake my hand, they can't get a hug from a brother, they can't. And he was like, you can do all that, but like
Get security.
do it with security.
Yeah.
And
It's the same thing Stack Bundles used to say, rest in peace. Yeah.
Right.
When you want to be able to reach out and speak to
it's
your
a
face
fine line.
and not leave. I'm from here. I want to help. I want to bring awareness. I want to.
It's a fine line.
it's what Malcolm said. It's what Malcolm didn't want people search walking into the Autobahn. You know, like I get it. And I'm not comparing myself to Malcolm. I'm just saying like it's that mentality.
Same mental. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
same
it's the logic of it, man. But that shit. It's I get the humor of it.
Sure.
A year and a half later, in that moment, I thought I could die.
That would be terrifying.
Because she could have had 2 people with her.
Yeah.
I could have been, you know what I mean? I didn't have any security.
Fam, she ain't have to have nobody with her. She went in her hoodie. She ain't take her hand out the hoodie.
Right.
Like that's the shit. You know,
Yeah.
our brain start thinking about like, yo, you ain't take your hand out your hoodie yet. She could have came out her hoodie with a 380
For sure.
some little shit.
Yeah.
It had a straight line shot at
And I couldn't run, especially in them 32 smalls. You know what I mean? Like,
28s. 28s. Yo,
I definitely had on my baddie jeans. But and shout out to my brother Will Mega who was not security. People was like
The tackler?
Yeah, he was in the second row.
That was Zaire.
Oh, I thought he was taken in the second round.
Yo,
No.
that was Zaire. Cousin word.
That was my frat brother, and he happened to be in the second row, and he was like, nigga, when she said CIA, because when people start saying, he was like, as soon as she said CIA, I stood up. And he used to be in the
You
Navy.
know what's funny? I watched that video in my barber's chair, and he said the same shit. He said, anytime somebody just start talking about the CIA,
Shit get different.
you better boogie. they on some bullshit.
Neutral Budden.